Hi everyone, my name is Karen, this is my channel RatherBeReading, and today I'm bringing to you my May book haul. So if you've watched my last couple of book hauls, you know that I've become quite undisciplined with my book buying of late. So as predicted, my May book haul is a lot larger than it should be. I have, I think, managed to rein my book buying back in recently. However, my birthday's at the end of June, so while I'm not getting any books, I don't think, from my family, because I got so many books for my birthday last year, which was amazing, but I haven't read a single one of them. So, really is unnecessary, and my physical TBR pile is like literally getting out of control. I've never, I don't think, owned this many books that I haven't read, so I really need to get on top of it. So I will probably buy myself just a couple of books for my birthday in addition to like my normal kind of monthly book order that I place. So hopefully I'll have a few books to show you in June as well, I'm sure, but these are all of the books that I got in May. As per usual, I will start off with the library books that I picked up this month. So the first book I picked up from my library in May is Last Seen Alive by Charlene Harris. This is the 7th book in the Aurora Teagarden series, I've been reading. It's a cozy mystery kind of series. It's not amazing. It's enjoyable enough, but I was really interested to see where the kind of general character arc for the main character was going in the last book, so I'm interested to see where this one takes us. I also picked up Hard 8 by Janet Ivanovic. This is the 8th book in the Stephanie Plum series. This series I'm having mixed feelings about. I enjoy it, but it's so long. I think there's like 27, 28 books out or something, so obviously I'm on book 8. I'm nowhere near completing this, and I'm kind of thinking this is going to be such a huge investment of my time, and is it worth it? I don't know, but anyway, I've got the 8th book, so I'll get to this at some point, probably. I also picked up from the library Peril at End House by Agatha Christie. This is the 8th book in the Hercule Poirot series, which is a series that I've been reading, obviously, of Agatha Christie's. I really enjoy Agatha Christie. I love this series. I'm really intrigued by this one. I really like this cover. This looks like it's going to be a good one, I reckon. The next book I picked up from the library is Lost Light by Michael Connolly. This is the 9th book in the Harry Bosch series. Harry Bosch is a detective, and this is a series of books that follows him solving crimes. And this is the next one that I got to get to. The next book from the library is Web of Dreams by Virginia Andrews. This is the final book in the Castile family saga. I haven't really been enjoying this series, but this is the last book, so I'm going to read it and finish it. The next book I picked up from my library is one I am super excited about, and that is Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. This I picked up to fulfill the challenge of reading a book that deals with an identity issue. I have been so excited to read this. I've heard amazing things about this book. It follows a boy who is gay but is not out, and he has been dating a boy on the internet who also goes to his school named Blue, who he doesn't know who it is, and someone discovers this online relationship and I think tries to blackmail Simon. That's all I know about it. As I said, I've heard amazing things. I've been so excited to get to this, so using this for this challenge of reading a book about an identity issue was the perfect excuse to pick it up. The next book I picked up from the library is All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce that. This I picked up to fulfill the challenge of reading a prize-winning book, as this book did win the Pulitzer Prize for fiction in 2015, and this is a book that I've been excited to get to for a while as well. This is I don't actually know what this is about exactly. All I know is that it is a historical fiction set in World War II. I really enjoy World War II fiction, so I think I'm really going to enjoy this, and I've again heard amazing things about this book, so I'm really excited to get to this one. And the final book I picked up from my library in the month of May is Practical Magic by Alice Hoffman. This is a book that I picked up to fulfill the challenge of reading a book for which you have seen the movie but haven't read the book. I love the movie Practical Magic. It's a great movie and I really enjoy it, and I've never read the book. I've actually heard mixed things about this book. I've heard a lot of people say it's not as good as the movie, but I really wanted to read it for a long time. So I definitely, as soon as I saw that challenge, I knew this is the book that I was going to pick up to fulfill it. So I picked this one up this month. So those are all the books that I picked up from the library. As you can see, I've been trying to limit my library requests to books that are like next books in series that I've been reading that I don't own, and books to fulfill challenges from the reading challenge that I'm doing this year, which is the Around the Year in 52 Books challenge. As mentioned, I also bought a crap ton of books myself this month, which I really shouldn't have, so let's jump straight into those books as well. The first book that I picked up for myself this month is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. I also own A Court of Thorns and Roses. I haven't read it yet, but I saw this in the store and I wanted to get this, so when I read that book I can go on to this. I believe I heard that this was a duology, but I'm not exactly sure. I could be wrong on that fact, but if it is a duology, I now own both books, which is really exciting. This is also really chunky, and I know people have been really enjoying this. I'm really excited to dive into this as I haven't read anything by Sarah J. Maas, and see if I enjoy it. The next couple of books that I picked up on a shopping trip where I actually went to buy books for my mother for Mother's Day, and of course I ended up buying books for myself as well. The first of those is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I've never read anything by Rainbow Rowell at all. I have wanted to read her books. I don't know which one I'm most excited for. This is the one that I saw in the store, and so this is the one that I obviously ended up buying. I'm really excited to get to this. I know that a lot of people say the main character in this, Kath, I think her name is super relatable because she's, I think, just like a fangirl, obviously, but she writes fan fiction that's based on a Harry Potter type story. I think I'll probably relate to her because she sounds real relatable, let's be honest, and I'm really excited to get to this one. Another book that I bought on that trip for my mother, which I bought for myself, is What We Saw by Aaron Hartzler. This is a book that just really intrigues me. Rape fiction is an area that I personally find really interesting and I really enjoy reading about because I think it's a really important topic, and I really want girls to be aware of the issues surrounding rape. I don't know if this will be a good example, but it's one that I wanted to read to see how it is. I believe this is about people at a party who see a girl be sexually assaulted. I'm not 100% sure, but I am really excited because it is a topic I find very interesting. And the final book that I picked up on that trip it's the Complete Trilogy by Amanda Hocking. I have absolutely no idea what this is about. I know some people have read it, but I don't really know any details about it. I actually don't even know what it's about, as I mentioned, but this entire trilogy was really cheap, and it is like the bind-up of the entire trilogy, and I just couldn't pass up buying an entire trilogy for as cheap as it was, so I also got this. I also quite like this cover. Again, I have absolutely no idea what this is about, but hopefully it's good. The next book I bought is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. If you saw my book haul from last month, I purchased Crown of Midnight and Queen of Shadows. So I had books 2 and 4, but I didn't own any of the others. So I now own this. So I now have book 1. So I can now start this series when I eventually get around to it. The next book that I have is Night Film by Marisha Pessl. This is a book that I've been wanting for so long, but I really wanted the hardcover edition where I think it's this same picture, but the title and the author's name kind of go across the whole book, and the writing is kind of shiny, but I don't think that book's in print anymore, and I can't find it, and the couple of times that I have found it's been super expensive, and I put it off getting this for ages, hoping that I could eventually find that cover, but I just haven't been able to do it, so I caved and bought this just paperback edition instead that I do not love, but what can you do? This book follows a man who is investigating the apparent suicide of a famous Alfred Hitchcock-style director's daughter, but he believes it's murder. I've heard really good things about this. I think this really sounds like something I would enjoy, so hopefully I do, because I've been looking forward to this for a really long time. The next book I picked up is Through the Ever Night by Veronica Rossi. This is the second book in the trilogy. I picked up the first book recently, so I now have the second book. The next book I picked up is Poison Princess by Kresley Cole. Again, I have absolutely no idea what this is about, but I have heard people talk about it. Not many people, but the people who do talk about it say really good things, and for some reason it just came into my head, and I looked it up on Book Depository, and this was $6 or $7, so I was like, I have to buy it. I had to buy it, right? So I now have this book as well. So we have now come to the point in May where I was completely resigned that I wasn't getting any more books. That was it. I wasn't buying any more. And then I went into Dimmicks. And I normally never purchase books in Dimmicks because they are super, super expensive. I don't know what happened this day. I found The Girl with a Clock for a Heart by Peter Swanson. This was $10. I've never seen books for this kind of price in Dimmicks, and this is a book that I actually marked as to read recently. I mentioned it in one of my marked as to read videos. I read The Kind Worth Killing by Peter Swanson. This one sounds equally as intriguing. I really enjoyed that book. This one is about a man who is dating a girl, and then she commits suicide, and then hears that she's committed suicide, and then a few years pass, and he runs into a member of her family or something, and he goes to her house, something like that. I'm not exactly sure of the details, but he sees a picture of this girl who committed suicide, and he realized it's not the girl he was dating. That sounds super intriguing. It was $10. I had to buy it. Dimmicks were also having a deal that was 3 for $25 on Penguin's Classics. So of course I picked 3 up. I picked up Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, Dracula by Bram Stoker, and Love in the Time of Cholera, is that how you say that? By Gabriel Garcia Marquez. This is one of those situations where I really wanted Dracula and Frankenstein, and I wasn't 100% sure on which one to get. I have heard of this book. I know this book is mentioned in Serendipity, the movie Serendipity, if you've seen that. Anyway, so I picked up these 3. These books had stickers on them, and I took the stickers off, and I don't know if you can see that, but this is all torn now. Thanks, Dimmicks. So on that same trip to Dimmicks had recently released their list of top 101, I think, bestsellers from the previous year, and all of those books on that list, well, you could buy 3 for the price of 2, so I bought 3. The first of those that I picked up is Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. As you saw from previously in this video, I own books 1, 2, and 4. I now own book 3, so I couldn't pass this up in the deal. I figured may as well get it to complete the series while it was cheap. At least that's how I justified it to myself. The second one I picked up in that deal is The Messenger by Markus Zusak. I know absolutely nothing about what this is about, but The Book Thief by Markus Zusak is one of my favorite books of all time. So when I saw this in the deal, I immediately added it to my pile. So I'm really excited to get to this at some point. If I like this even half as much as I like The Book Thief, then this is going to be a good time. So now, the third book that I picked up in that deal at Dimmicks. Kind of a funny story. I had bought my 3 books and I'd come home, and then I realized I already owned one of them. Book nerd problems, you guys. I was like, in my defense, it wasn't a book that I'd purchased for myself. It was a book that I had got from my mother. But in any event, I ended up taking that third book back to Dimmicks because I already had a copy and I obviously didn't need it, and I swapped it for another book. And I actually really struggled to decide what book to pick up, because a lot of the books, even though it was like 3 for the price of 2, they were still like really expensive. In the end, I ended up picking Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I am interested in this. It's just that I know this is the first book in a series, and I didn't know that I wanted to like buy like start another series. But I know that the second book is due out soon, and I think this is just going to be a trilogy, and by the time I get to this, the whole trilogy will probably be out, so I think it's fine. I've heard really, really good things about this. All I know about it is that it's science fiction. I think it's set like on spaceships. There's like wars on spaceships or something. I don't really know, but I've heard really amazing things about it, so hopefully I enjoy this one. So then I purchased 2 more books from Dimmicks. The first of those is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. This is a book that I am reading actually this month, in the month of June. I wanted to see the movie, so that's the reason that I purchased this, because I was pretty sure this was going to be a book that I wanted to own, and I wanted to read it before I see the movie, and I didn't think that if I got it from my library I would get it in time, so I decided to buy this. And then on that same order from Book Depository, I also got Sweep. This is the second binder of the Sweep trilogy by Kate Tiernan. So this has books 4, 5, and 6 in it, which are Dark Magic, Awakening, and Spellbound. I own the first binder, so I now have this one as well. I believe there's 15 books in this series, yeah, because I believe there's 5 bind-ups, so I now have the first 2 of those. And finally, the final book that I received in the month of May. This is a book that I actually did not purchase. This is a book that I won from a giveaway on Goodreads, and that is The Nest by Cynthia Dupree Sweeney. When I first discovered giveaways on Goodreads, I was so excited, and I entered like a bunch of them, and I won 2 like straight away, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I'm going to be like getting free books all the time. And then I never won one after that. And this is the first one that I've won like in forever. So it was really exciting when I won this, and I actually entered this giveaway because I was notified, because this is a book that I had on my to read list. I'm not exactly sure exactly what it's about. I believe it follows, I think, 3 children, like not children, 3 like siblings, and they're in their, I don't know, 20s or 30s, and they've all are supposed to come into like a fortune. Maybe when they turn 30 or something like that, they're going to like get an inheritance or something like that. They're going to come into money, and then someone does something that risks the fortune, and I think it's just about their family dynamics and that situation. I don't know, I was really excited about it when I first read about it. That's why I marked it as to read, and I'm really excited that I won this. So I will be reading this sooner rather than later, because I won it in the giveaway on Goodreads. I do want to put a review up for this as soon as I can. So a review at least on Goodreads. I don't know if I'll do a review on the channel, but I will be reviewing this on Goodreads at the very least. So hopefully I will get to this as soon as I can. So that is the ridiculously huge pile of books that I acquired in the month of May. As I mentioned, I hopefully will not have as many books to show you guys in June. I will have a little more than what is usual, because I will be getting books for my birthday, as I said, but hopefully it will be a smaller haul, because I'm sure this video is ridiculously long, and if it was, then I apologize. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you've read any of these books and you're excited about them, or you have good things to say, I would love to chat to you guys in the comments down below. I would love to chat to you guys about any books that you picked up in June that you're like really excited about. I keep saying June, I meant in May. I got these books in May. In any event, I'd love to chat to you guys, is the point of what I'm saying. Please like this video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you want to see more. But that's all I've got for this video today. Bye, guys.